So that particular server has I guess like a market. So something I've been wanting to do is create a Discord bot and maybe more stuff later on to help me with the market. So right now it's very bare bones, a bit scuffed, but we're gonna go over the commands. So first things first is when you don't know what to do, you always do the exclamation point help. All commands are with the exclamation point. The phrasing won't change, but basically it's going to give you a little message. Hello, here are some commands to get you started. And we have the find command, which searches for item names. An example would be to find iron. There's the info command, and this will get all the information we have on that item. And that is info space item name. Then we have update. Now this is where the cool part comes in, and this is where I will need the ASMRcraft community's kind of like interaction. We have the ability to update the pricing of items. So the way we would do that is update name of the item, there's a space, and then the amount. So in this example we say we want to update iron ore to be 100 per ore or whatever, right? Also links to donate to ASMRcraft. This is their PayPal, so it helps them keep the servers up and make sure like all the costs, they don't come out of pocket. And this is my donation link for hosting the server and doing all the work to get it set up and everything, but don't have to donate, it's just there if you'd like to. Plus it's been kind of hard to find this donation link, so I figured I should put it here so that everyone can see it and use it. Okay, so we went over help. Let's do the find command, and we'll just go through the examples so we can find iron. And what this will do is this will list every item with the name iron in it. So we can see iron golem, which is not really an item, but it's still there. Iron ore, iron blocks, iron door block, etc., etc. Another example we could do is sword. So we could say iron sword, wooden sword, stone sword, diamond sword, and golden sword. So the next one on the list, I believe it was info. So to get info on the item, info, and then we can say iron ore. And what this will do is this will pull up the name of the item, how much it is per stack, or here it is, how much the item is and how many you have to sell for that price. That's what that's supposed to be, I believe. And then we have the last updated by. It's been updated by nobody, hence the name none. And here is the cool portion of it, is the update. So let's say we want to update this, so we can say exclamation point update. The name of the item is iron ore, and we're gonna say it's $100 or whatever. Boom. We get a updated response, which I need to fix. It should look like this, but it doesn't, so I need to fix that. And then we can go again and do info iron ore, and then we can see that the price has changed and I have updated it. And as we get more donations, and if the popularity of the bot is there, kind of like it's used, I will probably be adding more and more features to it. But for now, this is mostly just to track the market. So I'm glad you watched this section. Now on to the drawing section. So, like I said, sorry for the cut, but what I'm going to do is going to go over from start to finish how this thing works. So, let's get started. The way it works is a user, aka you, who is watching the video, are going to use the bot if it's available. And the way it works is you will first type out a message to the bot. Now what that means is this goes directly to, or like you're kind of using Discord. And I think this is how it works. I think I have enough arrows. So the way it works is you as a user, you use Discord to interact with this bot, right? Now the way Discord works is their own thing. But Discord, we're gonna go up. Discord interacts with my web server. So you send a message to Discord. Discord uses my bot to communicate with you, right? So I have commands. And the way it works is, I think I have like an info command in the beginning part. So I say info iron ore. That goes to Discord. You're sending it here. Discord will then make that request to my web server, and my web server will then send that request back to Discord. So let me actually type that back, because this is a bidirectional communication. This is technically one too, but we'll leave that. So this is the main interaction of how things work. Now, all the data is stored locally here, which means that the most updated information is on the backend server that I'm hosting. The main reason I'm doing that is to keep costs low and to allow for faster responses for the bot. The reason it's faster responses is if I didn't store this information locally, I would have to make the request to get data from somewhere else, and depending on how fast or slow that is and how many uses or people are using the bot at once, it might get convoluted, and it might basically, if you think of it, cause a traffic jam, right? So what happens is the web server, actually, yeah. So basically, let me get this. So this is the main infrastructure. Technically, this could be enough to support the ASMRcraft bot, but I wanted to go one step ahead and make it a little bit more robust and have a little bit more safety measures. So what I did was I created a backup, and the backup goes to the database, and I'm using Airtable. It's just something very quick, very easy. You can think of this as a Excel spreadsheet, and this stores the backup information. I have another arrow, but I don't know what it's used for. But okay. Airtable has a very nice free tier, and basically the limitation, I believe, is 1,000 monthly requests. And that's the reason why this portion of it is able to run the bot, and then this is just for the backup information. Because otherwise, I just have to be spending a lot of money anytime I'm making requests. So a request is basically anytime I'm asking for data or updating the information. So if, let's say, you as a user say, give me the info for iron, it would communicate here, and then I would ask this database, hey, give me the information for iron, and then it kind of travels backwards to here. Now, like I said, the reason we don't do that right now is just due to being in the free tier and having to pay basically nothing to upkeep all this. It's like pennies right now. Actually, that's a lie. I don't know how much it costs, but it's not a lot of money. And to stay in the free tier, what I've done is, for this, I've created what we call a batch update. So basically, instead of doing one update, so let's say you as a user are going to update new information for iron ore, because let's say the market says it's $100 for one stack of iron, right? So what's going to happen is you as a user give the update command to Discord. Discord then communicates with the bot. The bot creates an update to the information that it has here. And then it will create another area where we can house what information was updated. And then after that, once at midnight or whatever arbitrary late time when no one's using it, it'll have a list of everything that's been updated. Now, Airtable allows for batches of 10. So basically what I do is I split everything into groups of 10, and then any remaining. So like, let's say if there's 16, it'd be one group of 10 and then one group of 6. And what I do is for each group, I then batch write to this. Now what this means is I'm able to save on the amount of requests I'm making per month. So instead of 16 times, I'm only making 2 requests for 16. Another thing we have to take into consideration is computers are very fast. So that means that if I have, let's say, would that be 50? Let's say I have 60 things that were updated, right? So let's say if that's the case, then it would make too many requests per second. So another limitation is, for the free tier, I can only make 5 requests per second. That means every 0.2 seconds I can make a request. So what happens is, again, here, I'm batching them in groups of 10 and then left over. And then every time I send a batch request, I wait 0.2 seconds, send another one, wait 0.2 seconds, send another one, until all of these are done. So those are the limitations we have. And because of the way I've made it, we're able to continue this whole ecosystem under the free tier, and all I have to pay for is the web server that I'm using to host all of this stuff. Let's see. And basically this is kind of the same thing for both the ban list and the market update list. And the reason I chose all of these is, again, mostly because this is like, they have free tier for all of these things, or it's very minimal, very cheap to use and to start. And then because Airtable is basically Excel but more stuff, like it's like a more there's a lot more tools for developers. This also has an automatic backup, I believe, of like 1 week or something like that on the free tier. So in the case of something messing up in this communication, or maybe this data here is messed up, I'm able to come here, go back 1 week, and then pull the information, or go back up to a week ago, and then update it and make sure that everything is good here. And I guess that was a pretty short ramble, but this is the whole ecosystem of how it works. So again, I'll go over very briefly what happens with 2 scenarios. So one is going to be reading the information. So you want to say, I want to find all items that have the word sword. So I type exclamation point find space sword. So now what happens is this goes here, and it looks in its own data, and gives you the information for everything that has this word sword in it. So like iron sword, gold sword, diamond sword, bronze, wait, there's no bronze, wood sword, etc. So let's say, and that's basically like what happens and how this one goes. So let's say you want to write an update. So you go to the market, you see that the cost of iron ore has changed from $600 per 64 stack to 100. So you would say exclamation point update space iron underscore ore with a new price of 100. So what happens is this goes here, this communicates with database here, I update the information here, and then I'm saving an extra thing that's saying that today iron ore was updated to this price, and this person, this username, has updated that information. So now anytime a user types in, so let's say someone else types in info iron underscore ore here, they will get the new information that you just updated. And then at the middle of the night or whenever, I collect all the new updated information. I put it in batches in groups of 10 and anything remaining. And then they all go and are put into the database to make sure that we have a history of what has been changed. So that was basically it. That was the ramble. I can do more of these things, this style of video, but tell me what you guys think. This was not the greatest explanation, but hey, it was fun to create this thing, and I really love creating and like doing all this stuff. So if you like the video, like, subscribe. I hope everyone has a good day and a good night. Bye, everyone. I also barely even ate. I only ate like half of a bagel, but I'm gonna finish this up.